common things. Now the other thing is that so I can run, like for example, my report generator report in general runs only for my company. But since it's a query, I could write a report that will report over the entire enterprise as opposed to one company, a company being a practice. They sh- in that they don't have to be on an ASP. They could be on their own server. In that environment, yes, they would have to be under the same server under one what we call enterprise. You notice when I logged in as an enterprise.
It'd be almost like a big practice where maybe there were a couple of major partners, and the other minor partners still want to have a report, and you give them permission to print out a report just on themselves or
Hmm.
just for them.
Well, by the way,
You know,
I did this for Better Health. That's exactly how we're setting up Better Health. They're on one enterprise. Each one of the affiliates is a company. Well, let me kind of show you something to help make it clearer to you. By the way, if you don't do that, you can still always take reports and put them on a spreadsheet and send the spreadsheet around. Everybody can dump their reports to it. No.
yeah, but and if you did it for an IPA too, a lot of times they don't want the reports to the doctor. They own the doctor's practice, so the doctor just gets paid every couple of weeks. That's it. His staff gets paid. He doesn't get a report.
All
They're
right.
doing all of his billing and everything like that for him.
I don't. Debbie didn't talk about our online help, did he? I know Steve talked about online help. She did.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Talk. I want to talk about a couple things. I'm on the PM side. The help currently, the help documentation is different between PM and EMR. We're working to make it unified as to one, but right now it's not. Okay. Um, you'll notice under my help window there's a variety of things. Um, first of all, just to let you know, when we send out new releases, we always attach the release notes of what's new in there. That's a PDF file. So through this release notes drop down, I can look at the various release notes and see what was new in each release. Typically, you're most concerned about the latest release because you just got the software, right? But we do keep all the files out there. We also have in the help, we have the ability to have them join a support session. So if they're on with a support tech says, I want to look at your system. That's a quick link into our LearnLink um, system so that the support person can log on with them and take a look at their database, their screens, et cetera, et cetera. Do some troubleshooting with them or train them or whatever. Okay. I have to be careful about that because support people don't really train. They answer questions. Okay. Um, we also have a knowledge base. The knowledge base is where they can go in. They have a login. This is all online, directly connected. Um, and they can do things like look up articles. They can do a search, and they can say, tell me something about any articles that relate to billing, you know, and they can use this knowledge base. Very handy. It's a very powerful tool. And I don't think we sell it enough. I don't know what other systems what other companies have, but we do have a very nice knowledge base. It's all indexed and guaranteed, or indexed. I didn't say guaranteed. I said it, but I didn't mean it. All indexed. Okay. So we have that. Okay. And then of course we also have going back to the help here. We also have our help text that's related to actually the screens. Now, do you remember that I opened up several screens on my system? I just opened up a couple here. I went to this window and I have these various windows. I'm going to go to appointment scheduling. If I click on help and I click front window help, it will give me the help text for the program that's in my front window. So since appointment scheduling is in my front window, it gives me the help text, right? For it. These, by the way, are hyperlinks to take me to the various areas of appointment scheduling. Now, what I'm going to draw you down to is the document I wanted to talk about. It's in the main help, and it's related to our architecture and database setup. I'm going to answer your question now directly, Gail, about reporting up and reporting down and all that type of thing. This is a layout of what our database looks like. I'm here. Okay. This is what database looks like. Um, Typically, a new client is assigned an enterprise. A small client will have one enterprise, one company, one or two departments or locations, and one or two providers. But now I'm going to talk to you about like how Better Health is set up, okay, or will be set up. Better Health is going to have a server. They're going to have a database with an enterprise, okay, and they are going to have multiple companies. So Planned Parenthood of Philadelphia is going to be one company. Planned Parenthood of Central Pennsylvania is going to be another. Planned Parenthood of Susquehanna Valley, another. The companies, when I log in with my login and password, it takes me to my company. When I'm on my company, I can't see data from other companies. It's just we actually did this because we knew people. We do this for our billing service. Our billing service has all these different practices under one enterprise, okay? But the practices don't know it. Our data center has a database with multiple practices, multiple companies, but they don't know it, okay? But for administration purposes, we only have to back up the database once, right? Because it's all one database. But they can't get to each other. They can't see each other's patients. They don't share. The only tables they share is the zip code master and the CPT and HCPCS master codes. Everything else is their own. So this is nothing more than a way to run multiple practices off the same database. This is your IPA model. Your IPA has an enterprise. Each practice has its own tables, procedures, whatever, right? But when we run reports, because it is one database, I can roll up reports across all my multiple practices, but the practices can't get data from the others. Only someone sitting in the God seat up here at the top can look at everything. You with me? That's typically how we do it. Now, looking at the department level, this is where we have a practice that maybe has 5 locations. But you want to keep track of how much was done at each location. They can still, once I'm within a company, I can see patients across locations, etc. So back to my Better Health, Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood of Philadelphia has 15 locations. When I log in, I can still see patients that have visited locations and appointment schedules. You need to be able to do that. But Planned Parenthood of Central Pennsylvania, which is a different company, can't see my data. And you don't want them to. You with me? That's how we do it. Well, we don't call it Expert PM anymore. It's pretty much up to date with a couple of no. I'll tell you why it's not up to date. Is because we have the EMR sitting on top of this, and the EMR is actually not written in Java. The EMR is written in .NET. I would have to actually sit down with you and show you how the EMR overlays on this. It's very simple, by the way. The PM is in Java. And what we're probably want to do is we're going to add some stuff and show how the patient portal connects into it. I actually think I started this document like that. Yeah, I started. I just can't remember. And I even renamed it from Expert PM to something else. eMedSys. That's right. eMedSys PM. Not Mac. No, Linux. But we don't do that anymore because we need Windows 2003 server for our EMR. We don't want to take people down that path. You know, it used to be that Windows 2000 or 2003 server was pretty expensive and Linux was like free. And so when we first were starting, we go, well, we want to be able to offer stuff without having to pay a lot of stuff for operating systems and PCs. But now that's come down in price, and so we just basically go with Windows 2003 server. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Back to I gave you the report shtick. Okay. I'm gonna stop.